Small college rugby programs in the US. Just a quick recap about what we have had in the first half. The guests Humboldt State lead 19-10 for Central Oregon Community College.
Central Oregon Community College got to be feeling good. As we said, they've had a very light schedule lately. They haven't been able to play because of weather and Bend. So the fact that they're in this game at halftime has got to make them feel, Coach Woody Bennett, feel very, very confident.
Absolutely. Let's see what they can put together in the second half. Adonis is going with the restart. Nice high ball.
Good kick.
There you go. There's our number one, Brian Chavez, coming in with the ball. He's had a great first half.
He was tackled by Cameron Arnold.
Base of the scrum. Looks a lot organised now in the second half. I'm interested to see what the boys were, the coaching from Coach Bennett had in the huddle at second half.
That was a bruising hit there, delivered by Joseph Johnson.
All right,
he connected with the shoulder there.
He decides to keep it. Get tackled here. Central Oregon still maintains possession of the ball with a good pick and go from their type 5 player, number 5.
This is what Coach Woody Bennett said he wanted to do at the start of the game. He wanted his forwards to rumble it up. He likes a forward-orientated or forward-centric type of game.
No, you can see that with the leadership on their number 9. Likes to go forward on those quick balls, taking advantage of that fringe play. He's leading them, telling them where to go. It's a great on the burst here. Number 1 hitting up again with some ball, goes for the little offload.
Yeah, I thought that the Humboldt State player kind of went after that pass and may have even, it's certainly a knock on.
Yeah, a little bit. That's a penalty with the rules these days.
Again, the counter ruck effective for Humboldt State. They've won it.
Just trying to make something out of
it's Adonis again who has the ball. He tried to basketball that over the top. Was knocked down by a Central Oregon player. A little bit sloppy here at the moment.
Central Oregon get back maintaining possession of the ball. They're going to go in and just to create a strong platform. Pick and go from the base of the ruck. Yeah, and a pick and go from the base of the ruck. Now they're going to some hands through the back line.
Again, they're met behind the advantage line. This has been a constant theme here. And he's isolated there. It was a good idea. He didn't have anyone to pass to. You may as well run yourself. Central Oregon trying to secure this ruck ball. He's bridging there, the number 10.
Still maintaining possession. Let's see what they put together.
As you can see, Humboldt State just concentrate on rushing up early into that, the receiver, putting pressure in the face of the receiver. But they don't come up out wide.
Yeah, isolated out here, so he's got to get some help here. He's got to get some help with the forwards making it to the breakdown. There we go again.
Penalty counts really mounting up in favour of Central Oregon, even though they had the yellow card against them. They're definitely winning the penalty battle here today.
Definitely are. The SIR needs to start holding some people accountable for those repeat offences. But the skipper, Ferguson, just showing some leadership again, slowing it down a little bit. Regroup the team. Recalibrate back to the plan that Coach Bennett put together for them.
He's found touch, but not an especially good kick. As again, we said, this field's extremely wide. You've got to have a really good boot on you. And, the connection on that one didn't sound that good. This is where they like to go. They like to go to Byers here. So far, that line-out's been very effective for Central Oregon.
Yeah, I think that it's been really important for them to stay in, within striking distance. Also, if you control one of the set pieces, you give yourself a chance. They're losing it. Oh, there we go, hard luck.
The old Kiwi trick there, that was a pretty high miss there on that tackle. But the old Kiwi trick there of the line-out jumper going up in front of Byers, and he got up high enough to steal that ball away. Byers has got to come into that line-out in front of the Humboldt State jumpers. He can't rely on his throw being that accurate if he's going to insert himself that deep in the line-out.
Yeah, absolutely. Ball handling is a key again here in the second half. Humboldt State excited to come away with the ball, but they just can't maintain possession. Central Oregon have a put-in just outside of their 22. Let's see if they go to space with the ball in the air just to relieve some of that pressure and put the pressure back on Humboldt State so they're on their back foot. There's that scrum again from Humboldt, really just controlling the match. They go to hands. Hard luck. Hard place to lose possession of the ball right there. They're making it hard on themselves with the areas that deep inside their 22 with such a strong scrum that Humboldt brings to the table. You want to try and keep play away from those strengths, and if they can just get to some space, they're going to do themselves a favour.
Well, it's an excellent attacking opportunity here for Humboldt State. They're in the centre of the field, scrum ball. They're definitely going to win this scrum, so they've got to cook up a little bit of trickeration out there in the back line. I'd like to see them get the ball to the winger out here.
Trickeration. Let's see what kind of trickeration they can get. I'm excited for the 14. Get them the ball. Get them the ball.
I think the 13's got to be involved, 13. Or the 12. Fullback's positioning himself too. They've got options to burn here.
Centre scrum. Humboldt maintain control.
He's offside.
Offside penalty advantage to Humboldt. They can play advantage. And Humboldt still maintain possession of the ball, so they still have advantage here.
Yeah, the referee will play as long as they need to here.
Bit of organisation is needed. Go to ground and develop. No, there's no advantage. Still penalty.
I'd go back for a scrum myself. I'd take another scrum here and then run the same play.
That's a good call.
But instead, they might just take the 3.
So in this situation, options. Just like Chip said, they can go ahead and for a kick, for a conversion, and that's what they are going to choose. They're going to just try to extend that lead out a little bit. You can also tap and run. You can go for a touch, but you can also scrum. So.
Well, it's a wise choice to go for the 3 points here. You got to be conservative a little bit. They've already got the lead.
Nah, man.
They can push it out. They can push it out to 12 points. This lead. So it's easy.
Practice.
It's easy for us to talk up here. We've never missed a tackle. Or an opportunity to score from the commentary booth.
If I was the leader out there with the dominance that they're showing at that scrum, I want to award my players with the hard work. But fair enough, good practice here for Christopher Armstrong. Those teams that have a strong conversion, they just go the distance a little bit further. It's all about the conversions as well, not just the tries.
Yeah, a player put his hand up there. You're not allowed to move. He may have even got a re-kick on that had he missed it. But a player cannot put his hands up or do anything to distract the kicker on a penalty. So he needs a little bit of a rule recap there.
Yeah, so with that score, sorry, not a conversion, a penalty kick, we have a new score of 22-10 in favour of Humboldt State.
And again, if you're listening on your radio, which I doubt anyone is, but Central Oregon are, they're on the left-hand side of your dial, heading into the wind now. I don't know the orientation of this field, so we could be north, south, west. There's the sun. The sun is behind us. That's got to tell us something. What does it tell us, T?
It's past 11 o'clock.
Again, Humboldt State let that ball bounce. I'd be making them do laps for that if they did that under my watch. Now that's around the old mush right there.
Get off me.
The referee said that's fine.
Oh no, that's Knuckle taking the ball into contact.
Here we go. Now we've got a chance. Get that ball.
He
has. He thought the field was even wider than it was.
He did. I do believe he wasn't aware that the sideline.
I believe he was playing the black line.
I believe he was playing the black line also.
I don't know what field that is for the black line.
I think I concur. I don't know what that is either.
Often over here you have to tell the players before the game, hey, we're playing white lines, blue lines, whatever the lines may be, because the fields are turf, they're multi-purpose, and you've just got to remind yourself, hey, this is what colour we're playing today.
Not the straight is the call. The pass must go, the throw must go straight down the centre of the line out as best judged by the Sir. Humboldt have a choice here and they're going to go for the line out also.
Jason Uipi with the throw.
Humboldt State looking to run it out of here. Also, they're not going to relieve with...
Narco gets high.
territory.
Nice ball right off the top. Here we go. That's a good run again from Andre Haskell. This time he slowed down a little bit into contact there.
Slow to crash in order just to keep sucking in the defenders. They go out to hands again. He's trying to find some space in between those loose forwards and back line.
If they come this way towards the right-hand side, Central Oregon a little bit stretched out here. They're going to hit it up a couple of times with the forwards, and then I think that they'll probably exploit this blind side if they're wise.
Oh, they're going back to the opposite side now. There's lots of space there. Oh, they put the ball in the air.
I believe that's the first time we've seen a kick in general play.
Is,
Or no, the second time. The other one got charged down.
Now's that pressure. Well done. Great tackle. Up on his feet.
Well, he appeared as if from nowhere, so he was either offside, but it looks like it was a high tackle is what he's going with.
Yeah, he's calling it a high tackle. Just needed to be a little bit lower. It's just above, up around the shoulder area, around the chest. It's going to be called a high tackle every time now.
Yeah, I thought he did a pretty good job of wrapping him up, actually.
I thought so too, but, you know, they're lucky. They come away. There's still good position. There's still good positioning with their ball.
That wasn't a bad option there, actually.
Yeah.
It's flipped the field position. So if you're just joining us, Central Oregon Trail, Humboldt State, 19-10 at the half. Since the half time, Humboldt State have added a penalty. They've stretched that lead out to 12. They haven't really been able to put their stamp on this game. Seems like they're a little bit out of sorts. They've been having a pretty good run down there in the NorCal League.
Central Oregon can get behind their captain again and just follow that lead that Bennett was trying to have them do, with just keep it tight with the hit-ups to create some space out there on the edge. They've showed that they have the ability to take advantage of that space. It's just getting there.
Byers again with the win at the line-out.
Off the top, Central Oregon decides to go to the air also to relieve that pressure. Adonis loves to hit up.
Central Oregon got to be careful here. I believe the Lumberjacks are going to try to put their stamp on this game.
Good launch.
Another good fend there.
Don't argues here. Sir blows a rifle.
That was a nice fend there by Cameron Whitney, the first five. Often you'll hear us refer to the fly half as the first 5/8. That's a New Zealand thing. And the inside centre is the second 5/8. Obviously, fraction's very important in New Zealand.
Obviously.
In the Northern Hemisphere, they don't like the fractions.
It's just halves. Easier. 5/8.
I could never get with the fly half. It just didn't sound manly enough.
Okay. Fair enough.
First 5/8 sounds stronger.
I thought I was stronger.
Yeah.
Stronger. Pronunciation of the R. Well done. All right, so just after that, just a little bit of a discussion. Humboldt State get the scrum. We have a sub coming in. Number 11 goes off for Central Oregon Community College.
Yeah, that's Michael McGregor
And
taking a
Michael
breather on the
McGregor.
sideline.
We'll see who our sub is soon as we can see his jersey.
The boys might be getting a bit tired now with the sun out. Half a football underneath their belt. But one thing you can rely on is the good scrum from Humboldt State.
Like a mishandle there, and Central Oregon come away with the ball. They're on their front foot now. They're just trying to build some things. Pick and go from the base of the scrum. They decide to go blindside. Byers there in support. They keep it going with that momentum. It's great. Ooh. Well done for Humboldt to use that 16th defender, the sideline. Take it towards there, put him out.
Yeah, but what happens and you're now 10 minutes in. It looks like 13 minutes into the second half. Now you've got to play with a real sense of urgency if you're Central Oregon. You've got to start throwing it around, maybe doing some stuff that you're not comfortable doing, because eventually you become under a bit of clock pressure here. The scoreboard pressure from the other team, but the clock is underrated in the pressure category.
Well done. That's a beautiful line out here. See him put it together. Oh, unders. Give it. Attack that outside channel. Up. They like to get to space. Oh, some fancy footwork by 15. But he just wants to do one more with that offload. High tackle. It come back for a penalty. They're playing advantage to Central Oregon. There's a penalty here. Ferguson wants to go quickly, but he decides not to.
This is what's keeping them in the game. Central Oregon. They're receiving they're benefiting from some, as you said, ill discipline by the Humboldt State team.
Oh, hard luck. That was really close there to keep the ball in play. It's that sideline again. It's those white lines, brother.
The number 9 should have come across and helped them there. Yeah. He was trying to tap the ball back, but there was actually nobody there. It would have been an extremely dangerous play. Had he managed to tap the ball back, the Central Oregon player who was there could have gone in and scored.
Absolutely.
He was trying to do something good, but you've got to have players in support when you do that.
You're all about those communications, telling them early where you are and when you want it. It really helps, right? Cool. It's great position for Central Oregon right now. Let's see if they can get that wonderful line out just to have a great set piece.
Camden Gregg throws it in.
Well done.
Byers takes it down. They're going in with the maul here. It's kind of disintegrated.
Couldn't build the maul. It's okay. Still all those defenders in. Pick it up from the base and go. There you go. Again, go away. Don't go away from the strength. Go ahead and do it again. Oh, the ball's just left alone though. Humboldt State take advantage of the sunshine on that ball and it's theirs.
He looked like he was offside there, that number 19. He got to that first 5 very, very quickly.
Humboldt State back up against their try line. They're going to try and run it out also. They're going to trust their speed. Great way to beat it.
That's Haskell
by the
again.
Fullback. Great tackle. Oh, who's that? Central Oregon comes up with
that
the
was
ball.
Skylar Paulson that stuck in there and got the ball back.
Wicked. Oh, hard luck there. Not releasing in the tackle. Sir comes up with a quick penalty. And Humboldt State are lucky. They have a penalty and they're going to release it. To have some, release the pressure going to touch.
Yeah, you've got to trust yourself in that spot. You just got to release it and then hope that your players get there because you're on attack.
Yeah, absolutely. Just kidding. They go for the tap. Gain those 10 metres. Yeah, Humboldt want to play with ball in hand. They're confident. They've got confident runners. There comes the ball back. And they recycle again. Beautiful ball here. Chooses to keep it.
Paulson's taken a leaf out of the Humboldt State book. He was out of the blocks very, very early there.
Definitely was. Very, very early. Some great patience by the scrum half. Oh, there's Latu. No, it's not Latu, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, there's?
It's Narco.
Narco. Central Oregon's penalised here.
The assistant touch judge is another local referee, Ryan Curtis. He is informing the referee as what he saw there.
He's right, just needed to have a minute. Got the wind knocked out of him or something, shake it off, right back into it. Got to understand when you're injured, got to understand when you're just hurt. Difference. There really is a difference. A few words here from the Sir to their type 5. That's their second rower, Jose Rodriguez. Wee.
Well, he's been
Reversed the penalty?
showing the yellow card there. What was the touch judge report?
Oh,
He has a better view, does Ryan, from the line there than we do.
reverse the penalty. Humboldt State get the card. Rodriguez goes into the bin for 10 minutes. Central Oregon maintain possession. They'll go for some territory and try to get in again.
Well, you can see why Central Oregon represent this region. They are Western Oregon is in this tournament because they're the host. But they did beat Western Oregon, I believe, 1915 when they played each other.
Oh, I'm excited for that match if they put it together.
There goes
This
is number 4, taking a huge run down there. That's Andrew Osborne.
Great straight line right up the guts there. They want to be on their front foot. Nice. They're not going away from the pick and go. Base of the scrum, the forwards get together. If they improve their body positioning, they're going to get in. Just going in a bit too high, nice and low. That's a try. It's like up against the uprights.
It's got to be at the base of the upright, not against just the padding. It has to be at the little corner of the thing.
If they knew that, that's a place to score a try.
Yeah, well, the Lumberjacks are under the pump here, no question about it. But, Central Oregon had their turn with their player in the sin bin, and I don't believe Humboldt State took advantage of that on the scoreboard at all.
No, they didn't. They weren't able to, take advantage of that one, overlap there with an extra man on the pitch. The Sur's calling it a loss forward by Central Oregon.
Might have been when he pushed the ball up against the pad of the goalpost.
Might have been. Let's see if they can get a good scrum here. Good scrum here from Central Oregon. They got all that momentum.
Well, they're playing against 7 men in their scrum, right? Yeah. Because it was
important persons missing.
Jose Rodriguez, one of the members of the engine room of the scrum, is gone.
Yep, the Pistons. Oh, they're still able to control it.
He's going to have to get that scrum realigned.
Just need to go in straight. The front row on both sides need to just dig into their body shape and just go straight. Do your job there. Create a strong foundation.
It's going to be a difficult exit here for Humboldt State because they're right up against the goalposts. He's come this side. That's actually a really good decision. He's actually got men outside here if he can get it to them.
Really close.
The Central Oregon player came in and lost his feet. He just dived in straight over the top. Was effectively trying to kill it. That was even I saw that penalty.
You did. Didn't need binoculars for that one. Oh, my ball.
Yep.
Hands.
No. That one could have almost knocked over our monitor, which is secured extremely well with duct tape.
Yeah, well done. Extremely high value.
I think I'm going to take the ball over that duct tape job.
You would.
Whippy here with a throw. Obviously, they go to Narco pretty consistently here.
Yeah.
He's folding his arms like he's not going to go up. But, I don't know if Central Oregon are buying that. Now he goes into the position. Now the lifters have turned around. Very predictable.
Well done. Well done. Great defensive take right there from Byers. Strong running with the Donaghy from number 19. One of the subs is coming in.
Kyle Berryhill, actually. He's looked pretty good. He's been rushing up on defense. He's looked full of beans since he came onto the field.
Straight line. Great strong running if he's going to convert. Well done. Central Oregon gets it out to their outside backs where they've been trying to attack. Great straight line right in. Gets a try.
That's Justin Johns with the try, I believe.
Justin Johns with the try. Well done, Justin. Well done to the team.
Was that number 13? That's what I got.
Yep, number 13.
And we think in the first half that Brian Chavez, number 1, scored the try, but we haven't got confirmation of that. We just decided amongst ourselves up here that was the case.
Yeah, he's one who I think was just doing some strong running there in the first half. Well done, Central Oregon, just coming away with a good try. That's a good momentum shift for them, and it's a score right between the uprights, putting themselves in, stay in the game. So with that score, we're at 22 20-15. Still in favour of Humboldt State. If he's successful with this conversion, just one try in order to tie it up.
Well, the ill-discipline by Humboldt State has pretty much cost them this entire game, and it's ended up resulting in a yellow card, but they've definitely been well penalised in this encounter.
They definitely have. There you go. Well done. Bobcats come away with the score and the conversion. They're within striking distance. 22-17, still in favour of Humboldt State.
Well, this is where your leaders of your team have got to come together and lead by example. They've got to show the other members of the team, hey, we're not going to allow this, and come back straight down there and get up the other end.
Absolutely, and I think Ferguson's been doing a fantastic job with that, really just controlling that tight contact area. As a forward convert, he understands that that momentum there, and he's leading the pack. Well done. Number 4 with a great conversion.
He likes to catch the ball, and he
run.
likes to run, this kid.
Well
He's had a
done.
cracking game, Andrew
Like
Osborne.
that one, He'll catch it on the full, trucking, just like what he needs to be doing. And they go forward, nice control of the ball. They're getting that momentum.
His Byers with a run now.
And they're going forward together.
Narco's got a hold of him, though.
Present the ball back.
There's a penalty.
Oh, I don't know about that call. They need to have time in order to put the ball back. But it's okay. Humboldt State come with the penalty. They're deciding what they want to do. Do they want to take the ground? Or do they want to go to touch? They choose touch. Armstrong finds it.
Good attacking position here now. Deep, just a couple of metres inside the 22.
Absolutely.
But they've got to be less predictable in their line-out. What's happening is they know that it's going to number 6, Narco, and Central Oregon are expecting him to be the jumper and timing their jump to steal the ball.
Yeah, really good. Just focusing on trying to make them make it over Byers. He's really long. They get him up really easily and keep him up there. So it's really tough to be able to beat such length. But yeah, they need a bit of that trickeration. Is that what you're
yeah, they
saying
might
there?
even throw here to the prop here is what I'm thinking,
Oh,
because
yeah.
just the way they're looking there,
does
maybe
that
go to the front of the line out.
drop
Then
step
instead they go to
turn.
the back. That's a way better idea. You've got to
Fair
do
enough.
something different.
Fair
Well
enough.
done there.
Oh, hard luck. Humboldt try to get it together with their back line. It looks like they just mistimed the pass there, went forward.
The pass was a bit of a wobbler, but I thought that guy needed to grab that with both hands.
Yeah.
Was it a forward pass? Is that what they said?
No. Oh, did he call a forward pass? Just looked like a little bit of a knock on.
Yeah, definitely knocked it on. I don't know if the pass was forward as well,
It
though.
looked good for. At least
He's
for
got to
me.
go up with 2 hands. Doesn't matter how bad that pass is. You've got to try to grab it with both hands.
Cool. Central Oregon have scrum here just inside of their 10.
Anybody's game. We are 24 minutes into the second half. 16 minutes to go.
22-17 Humboldt State.
Again, the scrum is just dominating that Central Oregon pack there.
All right,
Humboldt
cool.
State's just milked that.
Penalised. Where are they going to go? They're going to go for the kick? You think? Extend that lead. Get the ball back. No, they're going to go to pods. They're going to go some trickeration here with the forwards with the penalty play.
Remember, there's still a man down.
Well, they're creating a wall. I haven't seen that in ages. Oh, there he goes.
It's
There goes
Narco.
Narco. Yeah, likes to look for that space. There's Adonis. Got the Donaghu there. Get off of me. Oh, Central Oregon player comes up with the ball though. Nice way to support and maintain possession. After one hit. Yeah, I like that number 4.
Another penalty. Now the penalties are now starting to flip-flop.
Oh, he's saying that he was held and he has to release the ball. Got to play the serve. When you're held, you must release the ball and then get back up onto your feet in order to play. It looks like he didn't think he was held, so when that happens, you can just get back up and run. Oh, touch judge sees something. Wants to talk to the skipper.
The player in the sin bin looks like Latu to me, but because he
could
took his
be.
head cap off. But well, I thought it was number 5 that got sin bin. But
Yeah, I did see the 5 jersey, but it could be. Yeah, see.
he would have been the option to pass the ball to on that quick tap before, I would have thought, but I didn't see him on the field.
Yeah, definitely punishing strong runner, taking as many defenders as possible. Then on that front foot, they
And
want
now
to
he's back
produce the
on.
ball.
If they switch jerseys on us, that's always going to lead us to real confusion, especially if you put a head cap on.
Pretty much. It's the importance of the number on your back. So many different reasons. I wonder what they're discussing over there.
I don't know.
Well, during this time, we want to go ahead and thank our sponsors. Rhino Rugby is the official NSCRO equipment ball and ball supplier. Penn Mutual Life Insurance Company is proud to be the top sponsor of NSCRO. Penn Mutual, your game plan.
He's kicked
for
that ball
ensuring
out, but I
life.
think it might have gone too far. He's kicked it completely dead. I want to say that that's going to be like a scrum back,
Yeah,
right from the
the
spot,
fringe,
isn't it?
Yep.
Yep.
Right from where the infringement occurred.
That's a big mistake. You got to just put that ball out. You don't want to take as much territory as you can, and they kicked that clean into the end goal.
That was a test for the sir. See if he did the right call.
It
was.
I was scratching my head to
Yeah,
come
you
up with what he just did, so clearly he knows the rule book better than I do.
Lucky
That wouldn't
someone
be
does.
difficult.
He's the most important one to know that.
And again, the scrum is
Strong
just
scrum.
dominating.
Just got to be quicker. Quick hook for Central Oregon and just use it. Produce it. One more. There you go. Have a go. There's plenty of space.
He is quickly corralled by the cover defence.
Well done for Central Oregon just to get it all the way left to right.
That guy was not expecting that pass, but he said, okay, I'll take a run anyway.
Everyone's getting involved. Good. He's asking for support. Yeah, good leadership by the hooker there. Ferguson still controlling the tempo. Oh, just to no one there. Wants to lead him on.
As you can see, Central Oregon are trying to throw that ball out wide because they're trying to score, but you know they're only one try down now, so there's no need to mash the panic button just yet. They've just got to build some pressure and then take your chances out wide. They don't need to rush. They were down 2 scores before. Now they're only down 1.
There they go. They're getting some confidence. Straighten up with your lines. There it is. One more. Good job. Great supporting line there. That's number 10.
Paulson, he's dropped.
Well done there on the front foot here. Oh,
Yeah,
hard luck.
they've stolen the ball in there.
Humboldt
State's stolen the ball.
Yep, hard luck. Keep the pressure up here for Central Oregon.
Great counter-attacking opportunity if they can get the ball back.
Defense needs to create offense here.
Number 3's wrapped him up. That's Caleb Rauch.
Release. There we go. Damn. Too late on that release. Once you're the tackler, if you're the lead tackler especially, hit, release, get back involved. You know, you don't want to stay all locked up in that tackle. There's nothing to gain there. Nothing to gain at all.
Humboldt State's been very opportunistic at the ruck. Normally they're quite happy to sit back in defence, but if they see a chance to snaffle that ball, they snaffle it.
Yeah, they do. They like to play over the ball. There's not a lot of time in order to produce it back there. So you take advantage of that, especially if you're a loose forward. Stay on your feet, but bend right down, hinge at that hip and take that ball. Can't play on the ground.
With the touch finder there. He kicked it out, now he's going to throw it in.
One-man band. Oh, just over 10 minutes to play, according to our time. Still lots of time to play.
Looks like they might go to the front here this time. As usual, I'm wrong. That's what my wife always says.
At least you know that.
There's Delvin again on the crash.
Well done. Make some good ground. Good front ball.
He's pretty slippery, that guy, but, you know, Central Oregon have done a pretty good job of wrapping him up.
Penalised again from Central Oregon. They're killing the ball. They need to just come off. Maybe the counter ruck is unneeded. If they make the tackles and then just make a strong defensive line, they'll be a little bit more successful around those defensive edges. Counter-ruck there a bit unnecessary and they're losing their feet. There's Adonis finding touch.
Bit of a wobbler, that kick, but it's out.
Yeah, exactly. Like I was about to say, it's like, who cares about territory in this? They're maintaining possession of the ball. They're playing with the lead. Just get it out. Reset.
Looks like they're staying away from wherever Byers sets up in the line out. They're throwing to the other part of the line out.
Good to see that they figured that out. Byers, just go up, man. Just go up. Pressure at the one. Yeah. Well done.
So this time they went for the guy that was in front of Byers, but the throw was a little bit over the top. Byers was able to grab it again.
Don't want to look for that pass there. Just go up. Offside. Our first offside call. There we go.
He must have seen something there.
Must have.
Maybe he's tuned into the broadcast.
Oh, man, it's just... Oh.
No, he had his foot out of bounds while he was reaching.
Well done.
A good effort, though. Now that he's figured out the coloured lines. Cam Arnold, he's got it all figured out now.
White line, white line, white line, white line. I can hear the inner monologue. Sub. Calling in some subs. Here come the run-ons. Fresh legs. It's important for them to come on and just to maintain that pressure. Obviously give some relief for those tired legs, but it's so important for new energy to come onto the field. Back door. Oh, just could have caught that one. Straighten up, brother. Straighten up means run towards the goal line instead of the sideline. Here we go. They're gaining some confidence with their ball handling now. Like to see that with Central Oregon. On the front foot, attacking ball. Yes,
this
Ferguson.
time they've exploited the blind side.
Well done.
Yeah, you're right. He's done a pretty good job, Ferguson.
He is. He's just controlling it right in the middle. Oh, and they find some space on the edge. Hard luck. Way to make him work all the way. Sideline to sideline.
I don't know if that tackle will be in the textbook.
Get him out. I think desperation.
I thought he was. I thought for sure he was in there.
Yeah, that would have been a try. Some great cover tackling. Cover whatever you want to call it. Defense.
He kind of stopped him from the pass and at the same time took him out.
Good job. Good awareness.
The Whippu's got to get these throws right. There you go. Much better execution this time.
Here we go, strong runners coming in.
Oh, he just bounced him off.
Touch.
This is what I was expecting to see from Humboldt State.
And he's gonna playing the ball on the ground, I believe.
I would have just let that one go because the ball was coming back on the Lumberjack side and they were poised to attack.
Yeah. Adonis going to touch. Doesn't gain a lot of territory again. This is still in favour of Central Oregon, and from my perspective, they're doing a great job challenging at the line out. They're in their attacking half.
Humboldt State's put that ball out on their own 10-metre line. I'm sure they don't really want to be putting the ball out. They'd much prefer to have the set piece of the scrum, which they've dominated in.
Yeah,
but Byers has given them all sorts of trouble here at the line out. And he's only the only jumper they've got.
Wonderful. Great pressure. See, just got to make them make it.
Yeah, it was a little knock on there by Narco.
Lost forward in the line out. Scrum.
He probably took his eye off it right when Byers went up in front of him.
Just over 5 minutes remaining. And playing time. Central Oregon's maintained possession of the ball the majority of this half, have they?
Seems to me, seems like they've had a pretty good half. It's been a bit stop-start.
It's going to be about who wants it the most in the end, I reckon. Love those type of games. Really do love those games. Play in, watch, all of that. Ball's out.
Well, he hooked it nice and clean that time. That ball came out really fast.
At pace, give it. Oh, here he goes again. That's our number 13 with those strong lines.
He's a tall player and he runs quite effectively. He runs a bit like a deer, doesn't he?
Quick ball. Ferguson is there. Decides to go by himself. Scrummy's
There's the snaffle.
See, I don't know about that being illegal, but he's got the ball. Oh,
Yep.
takes it in space.
There he goes. That's Cameron Whitney. He's going to take it to the house.
Cameron Whitney with the score. Way to take advantage over the ball. Like I said earlier, takes that ball and great poach. Sees space, makes them pay.
Yeah, T was referring to the poach there. That player might not have been involved in the tackle, but however, the referee was on the other side of the ruck, and there was no way that he could have seen that.
No way.
But that's the opportunistic nature of the Lumberjacks. It seems as though they're, they've probably found $10 while they were walking around in the parking lot.
Maybe. Lucky. They can buy me a burger at half-time, or like what? Between games.
I know that Latu wants you to take him to McDonald's afterwards.
Sweet
with that $10.
He can just get off the dollar menu. Would be good.
Cameron Whitney there with the try. He's the captain of the Lumberjacks.
Dotted it down between the uprights.
We've got a different kicker here now.
Yeah, Donis is here for the conversion. See his process. Couple of deep breaths. Chip it over. Luck. Great pressure.
Well, he's given a bit of a product test on the crossbar there, and I think there's a healthy dent in that thing.
Yeah, that was a driving kick right there.
That reminded me of Tiger Woods with his one iron into the wind.
Into the wind. All right, so without that conversion, where Humboldt State still controls the score 27-17 with that opportunistic try. Central Oregon got to get a quick one in here.
Yeah, they can throw caution to the wind here.
Yeah, just have a go at everything. Why not?
Bit of a wobbly old kick.
Oh, playing advantage, lost forward in that. Humboldt State still has the ball. They maintain possession. There they go out to their back line. Nope, still with the one-in crash.
That was Bradley. He's had a much quieter second half than he did in the first half.
Go to the sky.
That's
again.
a nice kick.
It is.
He's put it right into the vast green area behind the fullback. Fullback now corrals the ball.
Let's see what he wants to do.
He's
isolated.
Yeah, he somehow got away from those
good job.
tacklers.
Oh, hard luck.
I thought for sure he was going to get munched.
Yeah. Munched. That's a professional term.
It's usually
Munched
not a good outcome if you get munched.
Smashed. Synonyms. A buff. It's the sound the defender makes, really, what the buff is. Ooh!
We had a dog called Buff.
Must have been a dog with great character.
Well, he was a stud dog.
He was a stud dog. Oh, there you go then.
So
All the
you can arrive at your own conclusions.
Okay, sure enough.
from there.
Ferguson decides to go blind. There's some more options here after that.
That
That's
was
a bit
around the
high.
head. Yep.
Up goes the arm. Could have been.
I would have thought that you have
Yeah,
to
quick one.
immediately
There
call
you go.
that.
Yep.
That one might be a yellow card.
Oh, they get a warning. Should be a card soon. Lots of penalties on that side of the game. Quickly now. Just over a minute and a half remain.
Well, it's a good way to stop the counter-attack.
Yes. Professional foul, eh? Well, Central Oregon gets the line out here. They can control it in the here. Get a quick try. Maybe there's time for a quick restart.
Byers comes in. It seemed like Ferguson was a little bit late coming out of the line out. I think you've got to have a halfback there. So the interchange between the two has to be almost instantaneous.
Yep. They have another go.
Or at the same time even.
Yeah. Same time. Whatever happens first. Give it hard luck.
Yeah, the passing has not been quite on point, and maybe a little bit because of a lack of practice or a lack of recent game experience.
Yeah.
Just a couple of those passes, Central Oregon didn't go to hand. There's number 3 rumbling it up. That's Joseph Johnson.
Yeah, Humboldt State, they're getting another penalty, not rolling away for the tackler. Humboldt State get the penalty. All they really want to do now is just kick it out in a big
That was
game.
Kyle Berryhill, I think, that got the penalty. He's been quite effective since he's came on the paddock. I've noticed him.
High work rate.
Yep. He's been a super sub.
Yeah, love those.
We're already at
players
80
at the
minutes.
sub.
If this might be it, if he kicks it out.
Nope. How much time left, sir? No more than a minute and a half, 2 minutes. Come down with the buyers. I'm rooting for you.
I'm going to say that he plays centre when he plays basketball. He's got to be 6'6", 6'7", easily.
Back door. Humboldt goes for the back door. Well done. Way to control it in the air with Nako. They're going to attack. Oh, here comes the run on. He wants to have a go.
That is Glenn Denning taking the ball up there, number 20.
Oh, they get it out to space. There's their number 14. Oh. Lost forward in the tackle.
And that'll do it.
And that's our score. That's our end of the game.
Humboldt State advances.
Final result.
27-17, but, you know, Central Oregon have nothing to hang their heads about. They
Not
played
at
very,
all.
very well. And,
Absolutely.
you know, a couple of passes gone to hand. They could have easily come up with a win here.
Yeah, absolutely. It could have been anyone's game for sure today, but well hard-fought match. Great rugby.
Looks like we're going to get a replay of that, the deciding try. And there it is. The ruck has already happened. And there's
Pasha.
Cameron Whitney basically doing his best interpretation of the Western Oregon University track meet.
There you go. Yeah, Pinier's back and just finish. Finish strong.
He had the wherewithal to go under the sticks to add the extra 2.
Good job.
Well, we're going to take a short break here.
Sweet. So there you go. Humboldt State advances to the championship match for tomorrow afternoon. Coming up, we have Western Oregon University Wolves, the hosts of this here tournament for today, and they're going to be playing off against Azusa Pacific University, travelling up from Southern California also. So thanks so much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us here this morning. It is beautiful now that the stands are all packing here just to support the host team. We look forward to our second game that we got coming up at 1 o'clock this afternoon.
That 10 minutes before the game starts, we'll be doing the same announcement in the beginning. We can film it, or if not, then they'll